All right. What are we doing? We're doing another tape haul. I love doing these. And I love collecting tapes. Obscure tapes, obscure movies, whatever. I'm having fun. Okay, so what are we doing? We're starting off with a tape that is freaking me out. So we have Pulp Fiction Letterbox Edition. Now, a lot of the times when you see, if you do an eBay search for Pulp Fiction VHS, you're going to see the collector's edition up top. That's not the one you want. You want the non-collector's edition. And this one here, letterbox, aka widescreen. We can take a look at the back here. And this tape here is so damn obscure that if you try to do a Google search or some sort of like an image search of letterbox edition, nothing's going to come up. Not a damn thing is going to come up. And from what I understand, I've tried to ask around about this, and I guess back in the day, this was basically a special order type of tape. I guess not too many people were searching for widescreen for whatever reason, and I believe this is in certain stores this was a one per store, and for other stores this was a special order, so maybe people didn't even order it at all. So like I said, this thing is a really obscure. So we have Pulp Fiction Letterbox Edition, and we could compare it with a regular edition. All right, okay, all right. So front, back, side to side, and we'll take a look at the bottom here. Well, we can flip it around. We can flip these around. But damn it, man. Look at this. Look how, oh my gosh. Didn't even know a tape like this existed. Came across it, jumped all over it. And we can take a look at the ISBN of both. So, let's see. Hold on. Okay. So the ISBN number ends in 3-1 and the other one ends in 3-8. Or no, rather, that's the barcode number, but the ISBN, you can take a look for yourself. But yeah, look at that. This is crazy to me. Okay, let's get back. Okay, but yeah, perfectly sealed. I think of a tape like this, like say in comic book terms, Ultimate Fallout 4. So you have the variant, which is the 1 in 25 variant, which is the I guess you can say the screener, promo screener, right? And then you have this one, which is like the regular edition, and then this one you can say the direct edition, and then you can think of this one as the newsstand. I hope that is the case. I hope this one is the more desired of any of the editions here. Okay, listen, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more that I wanted to say about this, but I think we should probably move on. But damn it, man, a widescreen edition VHS of Pulp Fiction. I don't know, man. It feels like a big deal to me. I don't know about y'all. It feels like a big deal to me. Okay. We're moving on. Say goodbye to a letterbox edition. And we're going to move on to... We're going to move from the 90s to the 80s. Give me a minute while I put my letterbox edition, sealed letterbox edition, in plastic. All right. So we've got Airplane 2, the sequel. Okay. All right. What did I want to say about this? I came across this. I forget how much I paid for it. But this one is an original. Let's take a look at the back. It's a slipcase, but what I like about it is that you have the Paramount home video watermarks. You're so, come here. Sylvester, come here. Come here, cutie. Sylvester's hungry. I knew I should have fed her before I started doing this video. But anyway, what did I want to say about this? What did I want to say about this? I'm just glad it has the watermarks on the back. Let's take a look at the date here. 19. See the. Okay, so 1982. So they weren't doing gatefolds anymore, right? By 1982, they were doing strictly slip cases. But yeah, this thing is in beautiful shape. I forget. So was this like maybe a 1983 release or something like that? But yeah, man, Airplane 2 with the watermarks on the back. Hell yeah, very happy about that. I love me some early 80s movies with some early 80s watermarks. All right, now here's a tape I am very, very excited about. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at this one. Hells yes. I'm very excited about this. So we've got Sid and Nancy, 1986 movie, right? I just watched it the other day, and from what I understand, when I was just researching the movie just a little bit, it's not that accurate, and the real story is even crazier than what's depicted in the movie. But this is the story of Sid Vicious and Nancy Spungen, and two junkies who find their way to one another, and it all ends in tragedy. Like extreme tragedy. But yeah, man, yeah, this is a movie that I've been after ever since searching for tapes. And this is a Betamax, sealed Betamax, as you can see right there. But look at the watermarks on the back. Ooh, baby, these things are juicy. Very juicy. The movie itself, regardless of accuracy, was still pretty good. Very compelling and entertaining, yada yada yada. But the real source of tension for me came when Nancy brought home a kitten, and I'm just like, oh crap, what's gonna happen to this poor little animal? These two like pooped out junkies. What's gonna happen here? So, and we never find out what happens to the kitten. Oh, my heart is hurting. But Sid and Nancy, 1986 movie, again, sealed up. This thing, I've been after this tape for a very long time. So, yeah, very happy to have it. Let's take a look at the info on it. 1986, 111 minutes. All right. But yeah, man. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Very happy to have this. All right, we're moving on. I want to make these videos very brisk. You know what I'm saying? So what's next? We have a sealed copy of Cyborg, Jean-Claude Van Damme. You know what? I meant to watch this stupid movie. Shoot. I meant to watch this. I guess I'll try to watch it when we do Tales from the Flip Side tape heads. But I meant to watch this. I'm pretty sure I watched this a long time ago when I was a kid, and I totally forget. But I got this for pretty damn cheap. And the problem with this, there's no watermarks on it, so you really can't be totally sure of a factory seal. But I like that there's kind of like a overlapping seal, and I believe there's quite some vent holes around here to let you know that it is a factory seal. But I like this. I like a tape like this in the long term. You know what I'm saying? This is late 80s, but still, I think, decent enough. You know, like a cult hit enough for it to have like a following for the long term. You know what I mean? And I'm not quite sure. Every sealed copy that I've seen of Cyborg doesn't, I haven't seen any watermarks. You know what I'm saying? And I bought a copy a, a few months ago, and I just wasn't sure if it was a reseal or not, so I had to return it. But this one, I'm pretty confident in. I like this one. I like this one a lot. So Cyborg, Jean-Claude Van Damme. From, I think the movie was, what, 1988, and this release is 1989. So, yeah, Cyborg. This tape is kind of heavy, too. All right, we're moving on. We're moving it along. So we're going to move from the 80s, late 80s to early 2000s. With old school. We've got old school, R-rated edition. And I noticed this tape is kind of obscure. I don't want to say obscure, but really tough to find. This is a tape that I have been trying to find for a while. And I believe I came across this pretty cheap. So I was like, okay, fine. And is there... Oh, yeah. The main reason why I bought it is that it had the blue watermarks at the bottom. The DreamWorks SKG watermarks at the bottom. And, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I've seen this movie like a million times. I think I've seen the unrated edition, but you have the R-rated here, which I think might be more desirable. I forget. But yeah, I thought this was worth picking up. So, is this what is this? Is this the Walmart tag? What say you? What do you think? Is that the Walmart tag? This film has been modified. So yeah, R-rated edition. Okay, cool. So, old school, and what's next? We go from old school to PCU. All right. Some college humor here. And here's another movie that I meant to watch, but I didn't get around to it. But, so, stars Jeremy Piven and... not Rob Schneider, but, shoot, I forget his name. How do I forget, what's his face? Damn, I'm getting old, man. Okay, let's take a look. Jeremy Piven, Chris Young, David Spade. Jeez, how do I forget his name? Okay, but what I like about this is that you have the blue Fox Video watermarks on the back. And I got this pretty damn cheap, too, so. All right, it's all good. Completely sealed, got the blue tab. And I noticed people want a lot for this sealed up. Now, I'm not saying it sells for a lot, but people want a lot for it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we go from PCU to, ooh, baby. Here's a tape, or a couple of tapes, that I've been after ever since searching for VHS tapes. And so we can go from PCU to Predator. Ooh, very happy about this. All right, let's take a look. Not one, but we got 2 copies of Predator. Are we focused? And they're both white watermarks. Yes, very happy about that. So I would say this one has the more pronounced watermarks at the bottom here. Now, is it common for copies of Predator to have the white, I mean, to have this barcode at the bottom? Is that a common thing? Because all the copies that I am seeing, they do have it, and you have the horizontal seam at the back, and then you have these very juicy CBS Fox watermarks. Hell yes. This is probably, what is this, the biggest action movie of the 80s? What say you? Predator, biggest action movie of the 80s. What do you think? Yes, I think so. I remember seeing this movie when I was a kid. My buddy Eric Goshen, I was staying at his house for the weekend, and his mom took us and his little brother Aaron to go see this movie. I think we were I think we were like either 8 or 9 at the time. No, probably either 9 or 10 at the time. But I remember seeing this movie in the theater and wondering what a pussy was. But yeah, man, look at that. So we have CBS Fox watermarks on the side, on the back, and on the side here. But yeah, man, trying to find, again, you have the barcode at the bottom. And I noticed that the serial number, there are different serial numbers for Predator. I believe the other version it ends in like 26 or something like that. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. But yeah, man, I've been after this because I was gonna break down and just buy a copy with the blue watermarks, but I'm like, I want to hold out. So yeah, we found 2 copies, both with white CBS Fox watermarks. Hell yes. Very happy about this. So, and you can see here, this copy of Predator has like some sticker residue, so I'd like to be able to get that off at some point. Maybe not me, but let an expert do that. But yeah, man, Predator. Hell yeah. Very happy. Very, very, very happy. Biggest action movie of the 80s. I'm calling it. I'm saying it right here. I can't think of anything else. I mean, there were massive action movies in the 80s, but this one, I think this one was like the tops. All right. So we're rounding the bases. We're heading home. And we have, let's see. The Manhattan Project from, I believe this was 1986. I watched this movie, and it was I thought it was a pretty decent type of movie. It is a complete ripoff of War Games, but that's okay. That's all right. This was like my type of 80s movie because it was set in high school, and then you have like the boy genius. Okay, so John Lithgow. Ooh, I'm sorry. This is out of focus. Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay, so you have John Lithgow. He has the hots for this kid's mom, and the kid's like a super genius. So, and John Lithgow, he has special clearance at this place that makes nuclear material. Okay, and the kid steals his mom's boyfriend's credentials, breaks into the place, steals some of the nuclear material, and creates his own atom bomb for the science fair because I think he lives in upstate New York. So he goes to New York City for the science fair, and he's going to show it off somehow, which is I mean, it's all asinine. And then you have a young Cynthia Nixon who wasn't bad looking at all back in the day, but she looked better in the movie than she does on this photo. But yeah, man, so this is 86. It's like, like a high school movie. Definitely in the vein of war games here. But yeah, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It was interesting enough. And I had never heard of the movie until I came across this tape. And one of the interesting things about this movie is that one of the kids at the science fair is basically showing off the internet. So it's like a computer and it's connected to like every other computer through a phone line, and it's basically internet as we know it now. That was interesting. All right, let's do this one. Let's do this one. Now, this is a tape that or rather a movie I didn't know existed either. So we have Puberty Blues. Now, this is an Australian movie, and from what I understand, this movie is from, I want to say 19. Let's take a look at the back. Now, you can see the barcode kind of got like etched out here. So what does that do to the value of the tape? Or does it affect the value that much? Or maybe just because it's so old, it might not matter. I don't know. But you can see the wraparound MCA watermarks. And shoot, what year is this from? Okay, so the movie itself is from 1981. You can see the date barely through the watermark. And this release here is 1985. And like I said, this is an Australian movie. It's like a coming of age. It's about these two girls that like I said, coming of age movie about a couple of friends who are just navigating through high school and through life, yada yada yada, trying to juggle boys and school and trying to fit in, all that kind of just typical stuff. And from what I understand, this was a big hit in Australia. This is like, I don't know, what's the American equivalent to something like this? Maybe I honestly, I can't think of anything, but this was a big hit in Australia. And I guess they brought it over to America in 1985, and then you have the beautiful, beautiful MCA wraparound watermarks. This thing is gorgeous, very beautiful. And so, what more did I want to say about this? Not much, but I'm just glad I found it. Just to have a tape with the MCA wraparound. It's like, okay, I'm down with that. I'm cool with it. But oddly enough, they go... Okay, let's take a look. Here's the photos. But yeah, Australian movie. It was a decent movie though. I liked it. Not a lot to say about it, but it's just a decent movie. I like, when you think Puberty Blues, you think it'd be like geared toward like younger kids, but it's like it's more towards older kids, I guess. Okay, we're moving on. Now here's a tape I didn't know existed. Now the movie existed, of course, but this version of this tape did not know this thing existed. Take a look at this. Holy cow. Look at this beautiful, gorgeous ass tape. So we've got Shaft. So the movie is from 1971. This was the start of this movie kicked off blaxploitation genre, and holy cow, I believe this is the earliest release. This is from 1983. MGM, we have the bottom tab right there. And this is I guess you can say the bookcase big box. But look at this. Betamax. This is a Betamax. but I did not know this freaking tape existed. Because I remember searching for black exploitation movies on tape, and I remember seeing Shaft, but the earliest that I saw were releases from the 90s. And I just thought, okay, so throughout the 80s, they just kind of ignored this movie. And then you had the resurgence of rap movies referencing these black exploitation films. So I guess like in the 90s, then they came out with a release of it. No, this is a 1983 release of Shaft. Holy cow, I can't believe it. Let's take a look. Front, back, side to side. Boom. Side of it. Boom. Other side. Boom. And let's take a look at the back. All right. So you're not going to see a date on this, but the release is in 1983. But yeah, man, look at that. Ooh, baby. I believe if you open this up, you'll see the date and it'll say 83. But yeah, man, look at that. Ooh, you see the vent holes. And there's a vent hole like right there. But yeah, man. Woo! I didn't know this tape existed. And when I saw it, I immediately fell in love. I was like, okay, yeah, I got it. This is something just way too interesting to want to pass up. So yeah, man, I'm pretty sure there's more that I want to say about this, but this is something definitely worth getting graded and something for the collection. You know what I'm saying? Look how beautiful this is. Woo! Woo! Ooh, baby. I'm very excited. I was really excited to get this in the mail. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to Video Sanctum that made this one possible. So, all right. I believe that is it. We got more tapes. I listen, man. I like tapes. I love them. I like collecting them. I'm just trying to navigate my way through, just like with comics, just trying to find, because I don't know. I'm just, it feels like I bought all the comics that I could buy. So, just moving on. Not necessarily moving away from comics, but, just doing something new. All right. That's all I've got for right now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see ya next time. All right, bye.